All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Atlanta Falcons. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Set up, 60 yards. Can't do these traps. Let's go. Hatchet. Set up.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Focus, defense, focus. Jim.
Now Saquon Barkley, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Ready?
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
45. Mike, 45. Check. Hey, I-7. Watch twist. Hey. 45's the mic. Hit it.
Now Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Willie Henry muscled his way in for the sack. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Here we go. Set. 30 base.
What's tight? Tight ends right. What's tight? Tight ends.
Yes. 4 down. Even. Ready.
A give to Smith out of the gun. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Tight right. Hey, Charlie.
third down. Costello. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, exit. Let's go, baby.
Throwing Jones. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Come on, 54 Mike.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Returnable here for Callaway. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City, and it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith, and he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut and he goes, that's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On 2nd down now, it's Smith. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Slam. Look, squeeze.
You go tight.
Recon, 132 fighter.
You got tight right there.
Look at me, zipper.
He's mine.
They'll try and run for it with Smith, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum? They went with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Jones now to throw again. He's going to air into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I think I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches...
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Falcons. Ito Smith. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Check 3, check. Go. Slam.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Jones, operating from the gun. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, it's 9-0. Here's Riley Dixon now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Callaway on the return. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. No gain there as he kept it himself. It's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Hey, Delta, AT Gator. Pick up the ball. Get it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And this one complete to Smith. And they stop him up short of the 1st down. As they get him at about the 43. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
I'm coming after you.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Giants on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Now after the play, oh man, it's Barkley who appears to be shaken up. He's down. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here's Riley Dixon now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And taken right on the 30. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
Check 55. Let's go. Tighten up.
Throwing on first down. Costello. That's caught by Hollister. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The Falcons on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6.
Leo!
From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Break.
Mike 55.
Chopper!
Check. Lucky.
Hey, lock it!
Quick dance.
Hey! Now!
A first down carry for Smith. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Watch the boot. Bang!
Now!
Bang! Check.
50.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Jacob Hollister, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons push further out in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
On the ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Riley Dixon now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is taken at the 18. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Go on.
On second down, here's Smith. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
4 down, check.
Go.
4 down. Watch 30. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Ready.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right, and that'll be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Set, ready, 8, read.
Right. He's tight right here. Tight on the right. We got 4.
Yep.
Check 3. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Swift.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Check 37.
Hey, seam 6. Look at me, zipper. Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Costello. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
61, matchbox lights. Under crunch, under crunch. Rock, rock it, rock it. Go.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now Ito Smith. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Here we go. Hey, Alpha, 70s, Indy.
Check, bumps it. I got 11, I got 11. Hey, we got tight left, tight left.
Snap.
To throw on third down, Costello. The open man is Smith. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Get it.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Check, 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 check. 80 weapon. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. 5.
To throw on second down, Costello. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Check 43. Hey. Head up.
On first down, Bowser. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
15 line. 15 line. Deuce. 6-6. Pull it high. Shoot.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bowser. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 31 yards there and a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Back. No. Hit it.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Ready up.
And watch your leg.
Twist on Travis.
36. Kill. Hey, switch gears. Check.
Let go.
On second down now, Bowser. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Yo, faster. Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground. Bowser, and they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard.
Because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And that last penalty makes this third down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5.
Even. 4th down. Even.
Yes.
Looking to throw. Costello. And able to find Graham. Complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
On the set.
Two times. Everyone, we got 4 down.
Go.
Motion. Kill.
Hey, Sam off.
Check, crunch.
Topper.
Check 50.
Buzz. Snap.
Operating from the gun. Costello. Airing it out deep for Smith. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Smith trying to run for it. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. This will be taken short.
Let's go. Let's do it. First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, the way of doing it makes it that much.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
You got this. Intercepted. The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
They begin with a run by Smith, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Right there. All day, baby.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check. Sponge.
Go. Hit it.
Again, it's Smith. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Here we go. 30 base.
Double tight. Hey. 4 down. Check.
General West.
Out.
Go.
Motion.
Let go.
They'll run it now with Smith. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Down. 70. Indy.
First and 10.
Look at me. Go. Hey. Ready.
They'll run on first down. Smith. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
4 down. Check.
Hey, Delta.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got his man on the out route. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
We got 4.
Pilot, 64. Wait.
Kill. Turn up.
Smith. Hey. Be driven.
Off the play fake. Costello. It's caught. Jones. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down. This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. On the run, it's Smith. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ito Smith with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. This will be taken very short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bowser. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football.
Keeps a gain of 8. Brings up third and
The offense on third down tonight, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on third and inches. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Bowser. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
61, matchbox lights. 2.
On 2nd down, Bowser looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And it brings up third down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. And Wilson has it. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Bowser. And now running right through it. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. And he'll give it here to his running back. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the 1st. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Hey, what's that? Hey, what's the ball?
45, 45, Mike, 45. Rabbit.
Big grip.
On 4th down, Jones. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Trevor Williams with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants.
so hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Extra point good by Prater, and that will shave one more off this lead.
Falcons 29, Giants 10.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them.
Come on, set. 18, Gator. Protein, spin by.
Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting